Yo, what's going on, everybody? Can you guys hear me now? I think now everything is working fine on my end. I hope it's the same on your end. I saw some people here saying yes. So, yes, I think that we are now definitely live here on the CoinMarketCap CMC live here. As you guys know, you guys been here every single week. So, it's good to know that you guys are back, even for the ones that have been through the worst during the weekend, right? I think that most of us went through some bad times, but I do know that some went through real bad time during the weekend, which kind of like it happens. Like we know it's crypto. I mean, we cannot do much about it. It ends up like happening the way that we don't control many things in crypto. That's the reality. But the big thing is that the markets are kind of back right now, I believe, right? So I want to ask you guys here in the live chat, how are you guys doing? Have you survived it? This crash? Like, is it all good on your guys' end? Let me know here. I know many of you guys like to play with leverage. I hope no one got wrecked during this weekend, like playing around with Acer, Hyperliquid, and all those dexes that we have at the moment, because I know that could be very tempting, and I know a lot of people have like a couple positions there, maybe long positions. I do know that not a lot of people were kind of shorting the market at that point in time. So I'm just glad to see the audience back here, like hundreds of people listening to us even before we get things officially started. So just good to have all of you around here at this point in time. Soon enough, we will be joined by Alice. And not just that, but today is going to be a very, very interesting show, as we are going to have more people to join us at this live. We're going to have some of the leaders on the product side of CoinMarketCap to join us to talk a little bit about CMC AI. I do know that a lot of you guys have been using CMC AI so far, but I don't know, but I think that most of you still don't know exactly what that can do for you, or at least you're not using to, its full strength. Let's put it like this. So you're probably just underusing a tool that is definitely, just from my take, and of course, I'm biased, okay? Like, let's not fake anything here. I'm biased towards it 100%, but I can tell you guys for sure, it's pretty cool to just like in a couple taps or just like use CMCI to basically learn a lot of things about the market in just a couple clicks. And not just that, but the product, as we have said here like many times through CMC live episodes, it's evolving, it keeps evolving. And today the product team is going to show you guys some of the very interesting things about it and the latest developments. Alice, I see you there now. So are you able to listen to me well, loud and clear? All good on your end? How are you doing?
Hey Gab, yes, I'm doing okay. I just joined. Yes, all loud and clear for me.
Okay, for me, it's also perfectly fine. I do know that you guys are also being able to hear Alice 100% on your end. So I think, Alice, in that way, I'm going to just post about our live here across socials. And without further ado, I think we can send a warm welcome to all the DGens, farmers, hodlers, day traders, and hopefully not a lot of leverage traders. I do know some of you are, Alice. You're going to share some of the stuff that you know happened throughout the weekend as well with them. But you are now on a much better state of the market and listening and potentially also watching the CMC Live weekly crypto forecast by CoinMarketCap, the home of crypto. I'm your host, Gabriel Zani here, and together with me, as you know, Alice, CMC's research lead. Alice, besides anything related to the market, I don't want to touch on that at the moment, but how are you feeling personally speaking? Like uplifting, new Monday, new life, like markets in the green, like feeling a little bit better?
Oh, I can I be honest? I am in pain. I am tired. I have hopes that coming up though. I think Q4 is still gonna be good. But yes, I got impacted as well. Lost money over the weekend. We cried to the pillow, but now I'm back being professional.
Yeah.
And let's talk about this.
Yeah, Alice, it's sad to hear that. I told you that before. I think every time that we lose money leveraging stuff and all that, like it's very hard for us. Like, but at the same time, we know the risk that we are taking and all that. And I'll be very honest with you, probably I don't know a lot of other people that I have like the certainty that I have that can make everything back and much more in just a couple of days than you. So I think that you would be on the top of my list if I was like ranking the people that I believe could make like good profits on the market real quickly. So yeah, I think that probably is just something that you need to know by this time. And also for the ones listening, if you are here every week, you probably are is also in the top of the list, because let's face it, you are just being updated with the best crypto forecast podcast, the best crypto update that is out there in the market every single Monday. So you know everything that is going on, you know everything that is going to take place. So all the catalysts, we always got you covered here, and no one better than you to, just make all the things back that you have lost during that weekend in case you have lost anything. But that said, you can catch up us every Monday here on CMC app and CMC Live. But let's kick this thing off, Alice. Now that everything is past, how bullish are you feeling? If any bullish sentiment on you at this very moment in time, but how are you feeling heading into this week?
Yeah, let's look at some data points because, as I mentioned, there is hope, silver lining in front of us. So as we speak, the total crypto market cap is at 3.86 trillion USD. That's recovered a little bit, up at 2.15% for the past 24 hours. 24-hour volume is at 288 billion USD. That's up about 40%. The market is still consolidating. I think a lot of the trading activities, trades happening at the moment. BTC dominance is at 59%. Ether is at 13.8% of market dominance. And as we speak, the CMC Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at 40 neutral. It did go down as low as 31 on 11th, 12th of October, based on your time zone. And then it bounced back to 40 neutral zone now as we are going into the recovery yellow zone, amber zone for us. And the altcoin season, guys, it was down as low as 40 when the crash happened. And now we're coming slightly back at 43 earlier today for the altcoin season. So to be honest, I think some of the capital have flown into stablecoins and BTC as we saw in the extreme volatility situation like this. So not surprised for a bit of capital rotation there. But overall, as we speak, BTC price is at 114.1 at the moment. That's actually down 8.4% for the past 7 days. It went as high as 115.9, I believe. So we were touching slightly that 116K earlier today. But then besides that, we have right now BNB giving us BNB gave us a new all-time high earlier today as well, but right now at 1,266 USD, Ether at 4,100 USD, Solana recovered quite a bit at 194 USD at the moment. So overall, we saw across the market for the past 7 days around 15 to 18% drop for the large cap space on average. There were a few top performers. If we look at the past 24 hours, a few coins did deliver quite strong performance, be it from recovery or be it other idiosyncratic risk. For example, Synthetics is up 118% for the past 24 hours. Bitstamp, ticker TAL, also ranks number 2, up about 19%. Story IP up 18%. Pith Network, Render, World Liberty Financials, Immutable, Ether, the Bonk, these were all among one of the top recovering gainers for the past 24 hours. Now, I guess that's the overview of the market at the moment. But wow, it was scary what happened on Friday evening for me. I remembered I was story time. It was Friday evening. I was out having Chinese hot pot with a bunch of crypto friends. And I had so much food. I came back and I was lying on the sofa, be like, oh, food coma not. I started to get push notifications of price alerts. I was like, what is going on? And then I logged into my crypto accounts. I was also on CMC as well, and just like saying the price. So I saw it happened in action. And the whole thing, I saw the bottom of 102K for BTC, and it was scary, to be honest. Scary and painful at the same time.
I agree 100%.
Gab, were you
with
asleep at that time?
Not at
What's
all.
the-
Not at all. In my
No?
time zone, it was like late afternoon, so everything was just unfolding like in front of my eyes. I was actually able to see like the Trump's pronunciation live at the White House, so I was just actually on Twitter checking that, and at the same time checking CMC. Learning about the prices. And during that time, Alice, like one thing that we did here on CMC, and that I believe everyone should be now making this a daily thing for you guys on your daily crypto routine. This is like, for me, it has become since last week by the time that we released this product. But I think if you haven't done that yet, now it's time for you to start doing it. Like CMC now has, like, you guys have heard about topics a lot. I have shared about topics a lot here on the CMC Live, but we have revamped completely that product, and now we have like the daily topics here, which actually are work as a forum, like as Reddit, as like Quora, or whatever you think about it, but just like a lot of people giving different takes on what is the hottest topic in the market. So right now we have BNB back on top after the dip. Which other outs can actually top BTC this summer, outperform BTC this summer? But also we have another one that I wanted to share, and this is exactly talking about what happened on Friday. Like since Friday we got this topic live, end of the live or big reset. What is your move in this meltdown? This actually helps in a specific way, Alice, where for example myself, my case, like, hey, I was seeing the market and I had some liquidity sitting, I mean, next to me, as I've mentioned this to you and to other people here. So like I always like to buy whatever deep is in front of me at any point in time. So like that's kind of like what I was doing at that point on the market. But like I was actually asking myself, okay, but what are the best tokens? Where are the best opportunities here in this dip? Like what should I be buying? What should I be looking for? And by the way, are we going deeper into this like meltdown, or are we kind of like staying in this range? What's going on? Like what's happening next? And in here, as you guys can see, like we had more than 800 different people chiming in just to tell you guys how they are seeing the market, what they are seeing. And this comes from like verified profiles, as you can see, and also non-verified profiles, you know, like regular users like you that is listening to us at this very moment in time. If you have a take, you can come here, share your takes, and check what other people are also thinking. Upvote, downvote, comment on it. Maybe if you like that take, you check that person's profile, maybe you follow them. But just for you guys to have an idea on what other people are thinking, now you don't have to go to socials and keep scrolling and finding what people are talking about that specific topic. If it is the hottest topic in crypto at that day, it will be here on CMC Daily Topics. You can just simply come here, check whatever it is. You see people talking about like wallet rebalancing time, you know, some people like talking about BTC, some tokens that were interesting on that person's perspective at that point in time, maybe some that were suffering a lot and that person see as a potential, like, I mean, just a turnaround very soon when the market started to come back. Also BTC perspectives, like, is this crash similar to other crashes that we had before? No, it's a little bit different. And why? How the macro factor actually plays a role into it. Everything you can learn here on CMC. So like, hey, just come here, make sure you don't miss out on that, because this is a very, very powerful tool that we are bringing to you, Alice. And I think that, this is just important for absolutely everyone that is involved in this space. But I want to ask you, what is the research? What is the, let's say, educated person, like the one that knows a lot of what is talking about, actually take on this crazy meltdown that we have? I do know that you went on a couple different places to cover a little bit about what happened like during the weekend. So tell us all about it. Tell us your take on it, about what happened this past weekend and how we can actually, have our own takes on this.
Yeah, sure. So numbers being thrown around quite a lot. 19 billion USD liquidation within 24 hours. That was, for FTX, that was about 3.5 to 4 billion. So this is effectively 4 to 5 times more even than the FTX collapse or the COVID crash. A few things, right? So we call this October 11 crash now. There are a few things. The root cause of it, leverage meets pricing fragility. That's what we are saying, because the initial shock, yes, it was a tweet from Trump. Yes, we're having another taco trade, as some of you guys heard it, taco trade. Trump always checking out trade. Basically, it threatens the market.